Hello students, let's continue with our dictionary technique. In the last video, we have finished with LZ77 dictionary technique. We have seen one example also. So what are the disadvantages of LZ77? If you remember, the slide in the last video was the worst case condition of LZ77 where it was failed miserably by one character. So if I have to write this problem, I will be writing if the distance between the two repeated patterns is larger than the size of the search buffer, the LZ77 algorithm cannot work efficiently. The fixed size of both the buffers implies that the match string cannot be longer than the sum of the sizes of the two buffers. If you remember, in one example, we had continued our match search in the look ahead buffer also. But definitely it will only can go up to the look ahead buffer's last character. So that is a meaning which you can derive from this sentence, that it cannot be longer than the sum of the sizes of two buffers. Increasing the size of the search buffer, look ahead buffer, probably will solve your problem, but this will also lead in increases in the number of bits required to encode the offset and the length. See, if you remember the number of bits which are required, we had written one formula where, just give me 1 second, I will change the ink color to white. The ceiling of bits required to represent the search window plus ceiling of bits required to represent window size plus ceiling of bits required to represent A. So if you are going to increase the size of this, that means you are going to increase the number of bits which are required to represent. So we move ahead to the LZ78 algorithm. The research scientist names remain same. So they said that we can have one more variation with this. So first thing, in LZ78 you don't have a sliding window. Second, we will be using the encoded text as a dictionary. So the moment you encode a text, it gets entered into the dictionary. That means dictionary will not have a fixed size. Each time a pointer is issued or each time a token is issued, each time you are putting that value on the output, the encoded string is included in the dictionary. Once a preset limit to the dictionary size has been reached, either the dictionary is fixed for the future or it is reset to 0. That means it must be restarted. So you decide that my dictionary can have only 20 entries. So once your 20 entries have been done, then you will not change your dictionary even if you are issuing a pointer. Okay, so that means you have achieved your maximum efficiency, or you have to reset it 0. Ideally speaking, when you reach to that size, that means there is no input, no new input for which you don't already have a token in your dictionary. That is the meaning of this sentence. Instead of triples used in LZ77, only pairs are used in LZ78. If you remember, in the LZ77, we have used, one is the offset, then you have length of the match, and then you have code word. So these were the triples which were used in the LZ77. Now in the LZ78, you will be using only pair. Specifically, only the position of the pointer to the match string and the symbol following the match string will be needs to be encoded. The dictionary has to be built at both the encoder and decoder, and care must be taken that the dictionaries are built in an identical manner. So this thing we have to remember, that here the encoding and the decoding will take place simultaneously, just like we have done it in arithmetic coding. As in the previous slide it was mentioned, the inputs are coded as double. That means one value you will have I, with I being index corresponding to the dictionary entry that was longest matched to the input, and C being the code for the character in the input following the match portion. I think now to understand this entry should not be a problem for you. As in the case of LZ77, the index value of 0 is used in a case of no match. If you remember, in the LZ77 example we have seen, if I don't find match, so I used to write 0 here. So 0 indicates offset and the length of the match was 0. That means we don't have any match, and then you used to have a new code word for which you could not find a match. So same case will happen in LZ78 also. when if you don't find any match, you will write, indicate that you can write it with 0. And this entry will be a new entry in the dictionary. In this manner, each new entry in the dictionary is one new symbol concatenated with existing dictionary entry. So we will see what does it mean. So example has been given to you, as I already told, in the compression and as well as in the encryption. Don't try to find out the meaning of this particular sentence. It is a random words clubbed together so that the different algorithms can be explained efficiently. So this is the example which is given to us, and the initial dictionary has been mentioned here. So the initial dictionary is the uh, empty. So the first few symbols encounter are coded with the index value set to 0. So I hope this was mentioned in the last slide. So first three symbols, if you check here, you have W, you have A, and then you have B. So these symbol will be sent as 0, that you don't find any match. The letters are not there in the dictionary, and then you write that letter in the dictionary. So you have sent with 0, now you make a new entry in the dictionary as 1 correspond to W. Then you write for the second. So you say no match. So it is not there in the dictionary, and you include in the dictionary. So this is the second entry you have. Similarly for the third. So you enter with a 0 and you include that particular letter or alphabet in the dictionary. So the initial dictionary will look like this. Now when we see the fourth symbol is B. Okay. So which is already there in the dictionary. So which is there in the dictionary, that means it is a third dictionary in the third entry in the dictionary. So we append the next symbol, we would get the pattern BA. So what I will say, okay, this is there in the dictionary. So let me club these two symbols now. These two symbols are BA. So now what I'll be doing, because this first letter was there in the dictionary, I will write down what is the index for that particular letter in the dictionary. So I can write B was there at third position. So I will write the first letter as 3 and I will write code word for A. And in the dictionary, I will make a fourth entry and I will write it here as BA. Okay, so I hope this step is clear. What we have done, when we start with these new example, I try to build a dictionary. If the dictionary is not given, the dictionary can be a lexicographic. So I said W is not there, so I put it in the output as these two double. 0 indicates there is no index, or this is not there in the dictionary, so 0, and I write code word for W, and then I make an entry in the dictionary. 0, that means that letter is not there in the dictionary, I write it in the dictionary. B, third entry in the dictionary, and then when I see B, I check to see in the dictionary, is it there? Okay, at which position I write 3, so I include 3, and I then see next letter A. Okay, this is new. I club these two letters and I write it as a fourth entry in the dictionary. So now all of you, I want that you should concentrate here because we will be solving this entire example. So let's see. Let me check the color here. And I want to go for ink color. So I have W. So we check for W, it is not there. So it becomes index as 1 and you send 0 and code word for W. So you have done with this part. You have done A, you have done B, and then you have finished with BA. So you check the entry, you are doing it for fourth becomes BA. Now I go for A. Is it there in the dictionary? A, B is there in the dictionary? No. A is there in the dictionary? Yes. What is the index for A? So I will write, sorry, so BA we have finished. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Then I go to space. So I check in the dictionary. There is no space. This B stripe indicates space. So I write 0 and the space and I write that particular, I include that in the dictionary. So fifth position you have space. Now I read W. W is there in the dictionary? Yes. WA is there in the dictionary? No. So I write the for W, I will be sending, what is the position for W? So I will be sending 1. That is the position for W. Code word for A. and then I will include these two symbols at the next entry for the dictionary. So I will write sixth will be WA. Similarly, go for BB. So these two letters, is it there in the dictionary? So I check, the dictionary is made up to this. So it is not there. So I send index for B, which is nothing but 3, and I will make a new entry at the same row. So I will write seventh entry is BB. I go for A space, A B space. Is it there in the dictionary? No. A is there? Yes. So for A, I'll be sending, what is the position for A? 2. So I'll be sending 2 space, and at this position I'll be making AB. So this part is over. So these two have been coded. Now I come to W. So when I take WA, is it there in the dictionary? Yes, it is there in the dictionary. So I will send sixth position of the dictionary, and I will include the third letter now, B. So my dictionary will have now 3 letters. At 9th position, I can write WAB. Okay. So this much is coded. So BA is, it is there in the dictionary. Let us check. BA is BA. Yes. See, BA is here. That means we can include 3 letters, and I can write, this is already there in the dictionary. So token for BA is 4, and at 10th position I can write BA space, because I was having BA space. So same here, WA, it is already there. If you can find, WAB is there in the dictionary. So I will write a token for WAB, which is nothing but 9. I will concatenate with the next symbol, concatenate the next symbol B, and make a new entry. So it becomes WABB. Okay, so this much is over. A space, it is already there. So I will write down the A space. W, is it there? No. So I will write A space. I have a code word for A space. So I will write A, dictionary technique, concatenate with W, and make a new entry. Now remaining O, O. O is the new entry. Yes. So you are sending with 0. That is, there is no match. And you are making a single entry for O. Now again you have O. Do you have entry in the dictionary? Yes, 13. So now you will include it with the next symbol. So you have O space. WO, is it there in the dictionary? No. So for W you will be sending the index, and WO you will be writing it at 15. Then you have O space. Is it there? O space is there. So you have written 14, and O space W you have included. O is there. Check your dictionary. O, no. So you will send for 13. O was there, and this will be your last. So this is the encoder output which you will be sending it to the receiver. These are the tokens which are sent to the receiver, and with the help of these tokens, receiver will be reconstructing this dictionary. So this process has to go simultaneously. So I hope this procedure is clear to you, because once you understood the encoding, decoding is very easy job to do. So I hope LZ77 as well as LZ78 techniques are clear to you. What you have to do, I don't have to say it again. Solve more examples of these things. See, in the DC, encryption and compression, these are the topics, or these are the chapters where we have problems to solve. The remaining part is theory. So I like to solve these more problems. So I hope you also like to solve these problems, and we can have a more, we can go ahead with solving the more problems, and everybody is comfortable in these problems, because in the, if you talk in terms of university question papers, these problems comes for 10 marks. So, and I don't think it is so difficult. So I hope you have understood this. So let's wait for the next video, in which I will be explaining LZW. That is the last dictionary which we will be doing, and we will also try to find out how do you find the compression ratio for the dictionary techniques.